Definition of near-death experiences. NDEs. Near-death experiences, NDEs, occur when someone is clinically close to death, often without a heartbeat, breath, or measurable brain activity, and is later revived. During this temporary state between life and death, many report extraordinary, hyper-real experiences. Common descriptions include traveling through a dark tunnel toward a radiant light, feeling profound peace, detachment from pain or unconditional love, encountering deceased loved ones, spiritual beings, or divine presences, experiencing a life review where every moment and emotion is vividly relived and understood from a higher perspective. These experiences often transform people deeply, giving them new clarity about life's purpose, compassion, and spirituality, regardless of religion or belief system. Definition of astral travel. Astral travel, also known as astral projection, is a voluntary, conscious separation of awareness from the physical body. Unlike NDEs, this does not occur from medical crisis or trauma. It is a spiritual or meditative practice. Practitioners often describe floating above their physical body during deep relaxation or meditation, exploring non-physical planes, dreamlike dimensions, or ethereal environments, meeting spirit guides or other travelers, returning to the body at will, often accompanied by a gentle vibration, sound, or pulling sensation. It's considered a controlled out-of-body experience, OBE, that can enhance self-awareness, intuition, and understanding of consciousness. Triggering circumstances. Near-death experiences. These are involuntary and typically occur during extreme physical conditions such as cardiac arrest or respiratory failure, serious accidents or head injuries, complications during surgery or coma states. The body is clinically near death, but consciousness continues, leading to perceptions beyond physical limits. Astral travel. This happens intentionally through methods that relax or focus the mind, such as deep meditation, trance states, or lucid dreaming techniques, breath control, visualization, or guided energy work. Falling asleep consciously while the mind remains awake, the mind awake, body asleep state. Here, the goal is exploration, not survival, making it a spiritual practice rather than a crisis-induced event. Conscious awareness level in near-death experiences, NDEs. Awareness often feels passive and spontaneous. The person becomes a witness rather than a participant. They may suddenly find themselves observing their body from above, watching doctors or rescuers work, yet remain calm and detached. This awareness is often described as more real than reality, but not something the person decides to enter. It unfolds naturally, without effort or intent. In contrast, during astral travel, awareness is active and intentional. The traveler knows they are in an altered state, fully conscious, calm, and able to think logically. They can choose to explore, move, or return at will. This lucid awareness makes astral travel feel like steering one's own consciousness, rather than being swept away by an external force. Control over the experience. NDEs. Control is minimal or non-existent. The experience seems guided by a higher intelligence or natural process, something beyond the person's will. They are shown scenes, led by light beings, or experience a life review, but cannot dictate what happens. Many describe it as a divine orchestration, where every moment carries meaning, but not choice. Astral travel. Here, control is central. Travelers can decide where to go, whether to explore earthly places, visit loved ones, or enter abstract spiritual planes. With practice, control increases. Experienced projectors navigate like lucid dreamers, shaping their surroundings with thought and intention. It's a form of conscious exploration, not an involuntary passage. Common visuals and sensations. Both NDEs and astral travel share overlapping sensations that make them easy to confuse. Feeling of floating or leaving the body. Vibrations, light flashes, or sounds at the moment of separation. Profound peace, clarity, and love that transcends ordinary emotion. Yet their details differ distinctly. NDEs often feature tunnels of light, life reviews, communication with deceased relatives, or a sense of being guided to return to life. The atmosphere feels sacred, timeless, and purposeful. Astral travel, on the other hand, tends to involve exploring vast, non-physical landscapes, colorful dimensions, or meeting spirit guides or other travelers. The environment can shift fluidly according to thought and emotion. In short, NDEs feel like being taken somewhere, while astral travel feels like choosing to go somewhere. Presence of the silver cord. In astral travel, many practitioners report perceiving a silver cord, a luminous, flexible thread of energy connecting their astral body to their physical one. It's often described as glowing, elastic, and unbreakable, stretching infinitely, but always keeping the traveler tethered to safety. The silver cord symbolizes the lifeline between the physical and spiritual self, ensuring one can always return home. In near-death experiences, NDEs, the silver cord is rarely mentioned. This may indicate that NDEs occur at a deeper or higher energetic level, where awareness temporarily approaches the threshold of complete transition, the border between life and death. While astral travel is an exploration, an NDE feels closer to a passage or gateway that one might not return from unless it's truly not their time. Emotional and spiritual impact. Both NDEs and astral travel can profoundly transform those who experience them, but the emotional tone and aftermath often differ in intensity. Astral travel tends to bring curiosity, empowerment, and expanded awareness. Travelers often describe feeling lighter, more confident about the soul's immortality, and deeply connected to universal energy. It can inspire personal growth, creativity, and compassion through direct experience of higher consciousness. NDEs, however, often trigger life-changing awakenings. The nearness of death and the overwhelming love or peace felt during the experience can erase fear of dying entirely. Many report radical personality shifts afterward, becoming more spiritual, compassionate, and less materialistic. Some even struggle to readjust, feeling disconnected from normal life because of how vivid and sacred the experience felt. In both cases, the result is a transformation of perspective, a clearer understanding that life continues beyond the physical, and that consciousness transcends the body. Return to the body, near-death experiences, NDEs. The return is often sudden and involuntary. It happens when medical intervention succeeds, or when the person feels or hears a command such as "you must go back." Many describe being pulled rapidly through space, re-entering their body with a jolt or sharp breath, often followed by confusion or sadness at leaving the peaceful realm behind. Astral travel. The return is smooth and conscious. Travelers usually decide to come back on their own. Simply thinking about the body or feeling ready to wake up triggers re-entry. It's gentle, often accompanied by vibrations fading or a soft merging back into physical awareness. Instead of shock, it feels natural, like waking from a vivid dream while fully remembering every detail. In essence, NDEs return you by fate. Astral travel returns you by choice. Long-term life changes. Near-death experiences, NDEs, often lead to dramatic and lasting transformations. Survivors frequently report a complete loss of fear of death, increased empathy, compassion, and patience toward others, a shift away from material pursuits toward spiritual growth and service, a renewed sense of purpose and gratitude for life. Many describe feeling like they've been reborn, carrying a deep awareness that life is temporary, but consciousness is eternal. These changes can be so profound that relationships, careers, and values may realign entirely. In contrast, regular astral travelers also experience transformation, but in a gradual, gentle way. Through repeated journeys, they often become more intuitive, peaceful, and spiritually aware. Their insights accumulate over time, rather than arriving in one life-changing event. While NDEs feel like a divine intervention, astral travel feels like a self-guided spiritual evolution. Scientific explanations, NDEs. Science approaches near-death experiences through the lens of neurobiology and psychology. Some explanations include lack of oxygen, hypoxia, causing tunnel vision or bright light effects. Surges of brain chemicals, such as endorphins and DMT, creating vivid sensations. Memory and perception distortions during trauma or anesthesia. Psychological coping mechanisms that produce comforting visions when facing death. While these theories address the brain's role, they don't fully explain why NDEs feel more real than life, or why people gain verifiable information during clinical death. The scientific debate remains open. Astral travel. Skeptics often interpret it as a form of lucid dreaming, hypnagogic imagery, or dissociation, a mental state where the mind creates vivid experiences detached from the physical senses. However, consistent reports from experienced projectors, who describe shared spaces, accurate observations, and coherent experiences, suggest there may be more to it than imagination alone. The phenomenon remains scientifically unproven, but experientially compelling. Spiritual interpretations. From a spiritual perspective, both NDEs and astral travel are seen as soul-level experiences, revealing that consciousness extends beyond the physical body. NDEs are viewed as brief visits beyond the veil, a soul temporarily crossing into the afterlife realm before returning. They are seen as divine reminders of life's purpose and the continuity of existence beyond death. Astral travel, on the other hand, is seen as intentional exploration of the spiritual planes, an opportunity to learn, grow, and understand the universe's multidimensional nature while still alive. Both experiences point to the same truth: we are more than our bodies. Whether spontaneous or intentional, each offers a glimpse into the vast, interconnected reality of consciousness that transcends time and space. Key similarities. Despite their different triggers, near-death experiences, NDEs, and astral travel share remarkable similarities that point to a common spiritual reality: separation from the physical body. In both states, consciousness detaches from the body, allowing a first-hand experience of existence beyond physical form. Heightened clarity and awareness. Experiencers often describe an extraordinary sense of lucidity, colors brighter than ever, thoughts crystal clear, and emotions amplified with love and understanding. Encounters with light or beings. Many report meeting radiant presences, spirit guides, or beings made of pure energy. Whether interpreted as divine figures or aspects of the higher self, these encounters bring comfort and insight, timelessness and expanded awareness. Both states dissolve the usual sense of time. Seconds may feel like eternity, and the experiencer senses connection with all existence, an awareness far beyond the limits of the brain. These parallels suggest that both NDEs and astral travel open access to higher layers of consciousness, experiences that reveal the multidimensional nature of the soul. Final perspective: are they connected? Yes, near-death experiences and astral travel are deeply connected. Both reveal a shared truth: consciousness exists beyond the physical body. However, their contexts differ. NDEs occur when life itself is suspended, a glimpse beyond the final threshold, where the soul touches the afterlife before returning. Astral travel happens in full safety, a conscious expansion into non-physical dimensions, while still anchored in the body. You could say astral travel is the art, and NDEs are the revelation. One is a deliberate practice, the other a profound awakening. Both remind us that the human spirit is eternal, limitless, and capable of exploring realities far beyond the physical world.